Hello, CHEM 3452 Quant Lab students. My name is Josh. I'm one of the TAs for this upcoming fall 2020 semester. We're excited to have you, and we're here to introduce you to the lab during these COVID-19 current situation. So the current lab is set up for half the students to come and do the lab with alternating weeks. So there's going to be a point in the semester where you'll be doing the 5 experiments in lab, and then the other half of the students will be doing an online lab simulation, and we'll alternate that throughout the semester. We've done this to prevent close student interaction and to maximize our learning. And so whenever you come into lab, you'll find that on the inside of the lab and also on the outside on the floor that there are arrows indicating that single way entry or exit, and that is also the case on the other side of the lab, which will be shown that there are arrows pointing out, and there will also be signs on the door that are not currently there, but we'll show you the correct entry and exit. With that, for lab, you'll be required to have your own lab glasses and your own mask. And we also highly recommend you bringing your own face shield. That will further protect you and your other students. You'll be supplied with lab gloves, and you'll also be supplied with a lab coat that will be here when you come in, and which will leave. So when we're looking, so this is an example of a working station with the green tape is indicating where one workstation is, and you'll be working individually. Typically in the past you've worked with another person. Now this semester you'll be working individually. There's green tape to indicate your working area. There's red tape that is indicating where you should not be working. And then there's also blue tape indicating which drawer you should use across the lab to help minimize cross-contamination. There's also 3 to 4 weighing stations across the lab, and we'll coordinate that as we begin the semester. But we've done this to minimize the cross-contamination and to minimize movement, so you're not clustering together, so that we can keep you safe and healthy, and so that you can have a proper learning experience in the lab. A couple things also that may not get covered is that we have the eye wash station in the event that you have chemicals that splash into your face or your eye. Then we also have a shower. The fire extinguisher is out in the hall next to the door in which you'll enter. And in case that there's a fire, we have a fire extinguisher available to us. And then across the back of the lab, we also have two sinks across the back that also have eye wash stations, so that you can wash your glassware, wash your hands. And also outside, whenever you enter, there is hand sanitizer right there at the elevator. And so highly recommend that every time you enter and leave the lab that you use that hand sanitizer on your hands. And then we also have our fume hoods that we may not be using throughout the semester, but then in one of those fume hoods we have our chemical waste. This is where all of our waste from the experiments will go. There should never be an incident where you're pouring chemicals down the drain. You should always, depending on the chemical, you should always rinse the glassware 1 to 2 times with water and pouring into the chemical waste before you actually begin cleaning with soap. That is to minimize the environmental damage across our city, and also that if you get caught pouring chemicals down the drain, then you'll also be deducted points. With that said, we're excited for the fall 2020 semester to begin, and we're excited for y'all to be here, and we'll address more questions around the first week of classes. Thank you.